Hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Saturday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome. Good to see you. I'm wearing my robe tonight. Man, I think the robe is coming out, folks. It's a little chilly, I ain't gonna lie to you. Glow. What's happening? So yeah, I got the robe on because we had our conference today and I was virtual. So it was, I was tuned in to that all day, and afterwards I was kind of chilling. It kind of got a little chilly, I ain't gonna lie, so I had to put the robe on, folks. Little robe. But I have a little different of a topic tonight. Yeah, I guess subject. But man, this event was so amazing. You know, it's one thing to go to an event, and then it's one thing to do it virtually, and then it's one thing to hear about it. You know what I mean? That should be probably a live right there. But I went virtual last minute. Things changed and I couldn't go. But virtual, it's amazing when it's in person. I've gone in person. It's just amazing. But this event was so jam packed. It was just one after another from last night. So it was a lot of content and pretty squeezed together, like one break. You know what I mean? So anyway, I have no idea why I'm talking about that, but because I'm not gonna bring you any feedback from it yet. Might tomorrow. Got a bunch of notes. But tonight I want to talk about something different. You guys know I digress. Some of you complain I digress. Well, I'm sorry, I digress. That's funny. You send me a text message like, why do you all go off topic? I just went off topic. Anyway, I was just going to say I digress. But so tonight I found out today that there are trees that walk. Did you know that? They're walking trees? What? You know, Jim Rohn used to say, hey, if you don't like where you are, get up and move. You ain't a tree. Well, I gotta tell Jim Rohn that there's this one particular one particular type of palm tree that actually it's called a walking tree, and it's called Soccertia exoriza. Yes, dude, I nailed that name. I'm telling you, Soccertia exoriza. I practiced that so much, and it's this palm tree that literally moves about 2, maybe 3 centimeters a day, 20 meters for the whole year. And how it works is that in the dense forests, if you would, these palm trees can't stand the no sunlight. So they literally move towards the sunlight. Now, I'm not talking about tilting towards the sunlight, because you know some plants, when you put them towards light, they kind of tilt toward the light, and then you gotta switch them around. Well, I'm not talking about that. This particular tree, this particular palm tree, the roots are outside the ground, and they look like a little, like a they look like a little, what do you call it, like a little tent, right? And what happens is that every so often, because of the density of these trees together, and they can't really get enough sunlight, what happens is that their old roots, okay, or the roots kind of move, and then the old roots, they just die, and it gives them that notion they just moved, right? And then they just grow new roots again, and then the old roots die, and then and isn't that amazing? And it gives it this notion that this tree moves. And it's kind of interesting because I was thinking about that. I'm like, the stuff you find out, right? You never thought that, like, a tree could move, like literally move from where you planted it. Like, that's huge. That's kind of never heard of, right? Now, I titled this just like the way it sounds. Well, if a tree can get up and move just because it's not getting enough sunlight, why can't you get up and move because you're not happy where you are? And when I say you, I don't mean particularly you, or maybe I am. I'm not saying particularly you. I'm also saying particularly me, right? It's 10:10 p.m. California time. Just saying. For those of you who love me digressing. Just kidding. So it's interesting because you think about nature, right? And I love learning from nature. I've talked about this so many times. Animals, birds, insects. I've done lives on all kinds of stuff. And I love learning from nature. It's such a beautiful thing because the movements, the activities, the feedbacks, the lessons are all over the all over nature, if you would, and it's really beautiful. It's profound, and I think if you can relate to one of these and then grab a hold of them and just kind of go away with it, if you would, I think it's powerful. Like this, in this case, I've talked about snakes, wolves, eagles. I've talked about all kinds of stuff, but in this case, I never thought I would talk about a walking tree. There we are, right? But if you really take that concept and just kind of relate it to yourself and say, well, you know what, I've been stuck for however long, filling the blank, doing whatever I have been doing. Now, it doesn't mean business. It doesn't mean it's all together, like relationship, work, business, where you live, who you're with, just everything, right? And if you kind of run that in your own life, you can say, hey, you know what? Maybe I do need to move. Maybe I do need to make a change. Now, move doesn't necessarily mean getting up and moving tomorrow, right? It does mean activity. It means action, right? It means like, I got to get into action, talk to somebody, do something, right? I mean, this event, I've been to a few events, and this event was, every event it kind of changes because I feel like you change as a person, but if you stick around in the profession and then you go to like event after event and then you kind of want to grow into the profession and kind of just experience things, and you're at a new stage in life, and you hear some of these stories and some of these strategies and some of these launches and some of these opportunities, and you're like, maybe it is time for me to make a move. Maybe it is time for me to get up and move, get up and walk, right? Get up and make a change. And I think, again, just taking that little thing from a walking tree, I never thought I'd even thought about this. But then now, anything, I could hear anything. I mean, if a plant can eat insects, right? It's crazy stuff out there. But, so yeah. So with that, I hope you guys get some love. You can kind of take that concept and run it into your own life and see how things are playing in your own life. It's kind of getting chilly, so I put the robe on. And with that, I hope you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. Drop one takeaway from this live below. Let this feed grow. And if you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag up more people, you know. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.